So we start with the next problem on circular track race. Now this is a friendly race between Matthew from Great Britain and Dinah Smith from Australia. So Matthew and Dinah are running on a circular track starting from the same point. So they are starting from the same point, that is a start point. The ratio of their speed is 5:3 and this is respectively so Matthew is faster. Matthew is faster as compared to Dinah. The ratio of their speed is 5:3. If the length of the track is 1.5 kilometers, which means the entire length of the track starting from the start point and again coming back to the start point, this length is nothing but 1.5 kilometer. The distance covered by Matthew when he crosses Dinah for the 7th time. That is my question. What is the distance covered by Matthew when he crosses Dinah for the 7th time? So let's just start. When will he meet Dinah for the first time? There are two conditions that are being given: when they travel in the same direction and when they travel in the opposite direction. So let's just ignore the second one, opposite. Let's just start with the first one, when they travel in the same direction. So when will Matthew meet Dinah when they travel in the same direction for the first time? Let's start with that. Then we'll move on to what is 7th. So they both are here. Matthew is here and Dinah is here. They start running. Who will be ahead? Who will be ahead from the start point? If we get it here, this is the start point. Matthew and Dinah both are standing here. Who will be ahead? Every time Matthew will get ahead. Why? Because his speed is 5 and the speed of Dinah is 3. So Matthew will slowly try to get ahead. Now we had done the earlier problem. Can you tell me when will Matthew meet Dinah? When Matthew has completed what? One extra round. He's slowly going ahead, right? He's slowly going ahead, but he will complete one extra round and then he can come and meet Dinah for the first time. If you have to imagine, just I had said it like in the previous problem, both are here. When will he come and meet Dinah again? Because he's running ahead of Dinah. When he completes one full round as compared to Dinah. So Dinah is also going, but he completes one full round as compared to Dinah's relative speed. And that's when he will meet Dinah for the first time. So what is the ratio of their speed? Matthew is to Dinah. I have 5:3. So I'll say dividing both sides by 2. Dividing both sides by 2. It's a simple ratio, right? It's 5:3. Sorry, it's 5:3. So let's write it 5:3. Now let's divide both sides by 2. If I divide both sides by 2, then what is the new ratio that I get? Matthew is to Dinah is nothing but 5 divided by 2 is 2.5 and 3 divided by 2 is nothing but 1.5. You will ask me, why am I doing it in this way? Because I want the difference to be 1. Here the difference is 2, 5 minus 3. Here the difference is 1. Why do I want the difference to be 1? Because I want to know how many rounds will Matthew complete as Dinah complete. So when is it happening that Matthew will take one extra round over Dinah? When is it happening? When Matthew completes 2.5 round, Dinah completes 1.5 round. That's why I wanted difference to be 1. So when will Matthew meet Dinah for the first time? In the middle of third round, right? As we have seen in the earlier problem as well. Middle of third round, he will meet Dinah for the first time. So what is the distance covered by him? 2.5 rounds. And what is one round? As you know, one round would be 1.5 kilometers, right? This is given, length of the track. Second round will be again 1.5. 2.5 means just half of the third round. So he will meet Dinah, which means what? Matthew has completed 1 to 2.5 while Dinah has just completed 1 and then 1.5, such that Matthew takes one extra round and he comes and meets Dinah in the middle of the second round. That's what you understand from this. What is the distance covered by Matthew when he crosses Dinah for the 7th time? Okay, he will meet Dinah first time in the end of 2.5. Dinah would have done 1.5 round. Then second time he'll meet when he has completed 5 round. Dinah has completed 3 round. Third time he'll meet when he has done 7.5 rounds and Dinah has done 4.5 rounds, such that, see, every time here the difference is 3, here the difference is 2, here the difference is 1. It means he took one extra lap here, he took one extra lap here, he took 2 extra lap, 1 in the previous, now 1, he took 3 extra laps. So that is why he is meeting for the third time. So when will he meet for the 7th time? Going like this, when will he meet for the 7th time? So just multiply 2.5 into 7. right? So 2.5 into 7 is nothing but 17.5. So when Matthew has done 17.5 rounds, he will meet Dinah for the 7th time, because he meet Dinah when he completes 2.5 rounds. So when he has done 2.5 into 7, 17.5 total round. What is one round? One lap. Okay, he has completed 17.5. That is when he meets Dinah for the 7th time. Now what is the distance covered by him? The question is asking me what is the distance covered by him. 17.5 rounds. What is the length of each round? What is the length of each round? 1.5 kilometer. So 1.5 into 17.5 is the distance covered by Matthew. That's it. That is simple as that. Now let's just multiply this and get to the answer. 175 into 15. So let's multiply. 5 5 is 25, 35, 37. This is 8, 8 to 5, 7 and then 1. This is 5, this is 12, 8, this is 16, 26.25, because there's a decimal point here. So 26.25 is the answer to the first part. When they travel in the same direction, distance traveled by Matthew is 26.25 kilometer when they meet for the 7th time. So you always start with how many rounds will Matthew complete when he meets Dinah for the first time. So when he meets 7th time, how many rounds will he complete? When is he taking one extra round over Dinah is what you will have to find it out. And then what is the length of each round? So what is the total distance covered by? Now let's see the next part of it, which is asking what? When Matthew and Dinah travel in the opposite direction. Now what is the meaning of traveling in the opposite direction? So Matthew is here and Dinah is going here. When they meet for the first time, what is the distance that is being traveled by Matthew and Dinah? So they are here. When they meet for the first time, what is the distance that is being traveled by Matthew and Dinah? Together they cover one round. So this is where they are. Dinah starts from here, Matthew starts from here. Together they complete one round when they meet for the first time traveling in the opposite direction. Right? Together, both of them together completes what? One round. Which means they both complete one round and they meet for the first time. They both will complete now what? To meet for the second time, what will happen? Matthew will go here, Dinah will go here, and together they will complete one more round. Just try to visualize this. Together they will complete one more round. So when they complete 2 rounds together, they meet for the second time. When they will complete 3 rounds together, now imagine again this will happen. Matthew will go here, Dinah will go here. Together they complete one more round and they meet it here for the 3rd time. And that's how it will keep on happening. So the question is asking me when they meet for the 7th time. When they meet for the 7th time, how many rounds will they complete? So together they will complete 7 rounds when they meet for the 7th time. So what is the distance traveled by both of them? So what is the length of one round? 1.5 kilometers. Together they are doing what? 7 rounds. So 1.5 into 7. Total distance covered by both of them is this, which turns out to be what? 10.5 kilometers is the distance traveled by both of them when they meet for the 7th time. What is the question asking me? Distance covered by Matthew. The question is quite clear. Distance covered by Matthew when they meet for the 7th time. So what is the ratio of their speed? 5:3. 5:3 is the ratio of their speed, and together they complete 10.5. So what will I do? I'll divide this 10.5 into 8 parts. Since the ratio is 5:3, divide it into 8 parts. What do you need now? You need the distance covered by Matthew. Yes, distance covered by Matthew, which is 5 parts. So multiply this by 5. So you multiply this by 5, and that's it. This is a complete setup of your question now. 5 into 10.5 divided by 8. Now just multiply and get the answer to this. So 10 5 is 50 plus 0.5, this would becomes 52.5 divided by 8. Let's just solve this to get to the final answer. 8 6 are 48. 4 are you left with 45. 8 5 are 40. You're left with 5 by 8. 5 by 8. 1 by 8 is 12.5. 12.5 into 6 will be 60. So 6.56 because it's a decimal point here. 6.56 will be your answer to this, and that's it. That's your final answer. So what is the distance traveled by Matthew when he meets Dinah for the 7th time, when they are running in the opposite direction, the answer is 6.56 kilometers. Okay, and I hope this clears your concept. So all that you're supposed to find out in such kind of problem is when will they meet for the first time traveling in same direction. How many rounds will Matthew complete, and when is he taking that one extra round over Dinah? Because for Matthew to meet Dinah, he will have to take an extra round. He's going ahead of Dinah. Eventually he will meet only when he take an extra round. So when are they meeting for the first time? Then how many rounds will he complete when they meet for the 7th time? Okay, and then what is the distance covered by him if the length of one round is given to you. Similarly, when will they meet if they are traveling in the opposite direction? So both of them together complete one round when they meet for the first time. So when they meet for the 7th time, both of them together will complete 7 rounds. And in that 7th round, what is actually the distance traveled by Matthew? That depends upon the ratio of their speed, and eventually I reach to my answers. So just visualize the thing, how is it happening, and eventually you will reach to your answers.